welcome to Liquid. So today we're going to be working again in a small space, but we will be doing some splits today. And then we'll also be on our backs. So if you could grab knee pads, socks, and then some kind of sweater, t-shirt, crop top, something that covers your shoulders and upper back, that would be perfect. You don't have to put that on right now if you haven't warmed up yet. I'll be doing a quick warm-up. So warming up shoulders, we're warming up hips, hammies, things like that. If you would like to do one of Marcy's stretch classes before this, that would be the perfect companion, because that would really open up the hips for the splits that we're doing. We are doing fake splits, but still it's nice to have those things warmed up. You can follow along to that. You can add on to your own warm-up. I kind of did a warm-up that works for me, but we're all a little different, so whatever you need to add on to my warm-up or change, kind of just use it as a guideline and make sure that you're nice and warm. Okay, so we'll get started.
Alright, we're going to start with our feet slightly apart, bring it down into a nice easy squat. Hands come back up, take a little pulse at the bottom, and then stretch all the way back up. Then you're going to bring your hands down to the ground. We're going to take it into a nice deep squat. Lower your butt all the way down. As you lower your butt, bring your chest up. And then as you straighten your legs, think about squeezing your hammies back to straighten your legs. And then before you bring it back down into a squat. Take your feet slightly apart if you like. We're going to take it side to side lunges. You can take these as slow as or as fast as you want. For this, I'm taking them a little bit faster, and I'm not going to sink down too deep yet. This is mostly just to get everything warm. I'm going to walk over to the side. I'm going to bring it down to a lunge and then straighten the legs back up. Again, keeping this super light. I'm not hanging out for here for too long. I'm just kind of pressing it down and then pressing it back up. Then we're going to walk it over to the other side. Same thing. Take it down to a lunge, straighten that leg, pressing it back. Then you're going to bring it all the way down to a side lunge, take it over. You're going to turn into a full lunge and then repeat taking it back to the other side. You can take these again as slow as you need to. If you need to sink down into something or hold something a little longer, feel free to do that. I'm moving through these a little faster, but again, go at your own pace. Then I'll bring my legs back up. I'm going to reach across, opposite arm, take the other arm up, circle the wrist, and switch directions. Then we'll bring it over to the other side. Same thing, reach across with the opposite arm to your ankle, reach up with the other arm, circle the wrist. Then I'm just going to take my hips, wiggle them back and forth a little bit just to kind of loosen up all the stretching I just did. And then we're going to take it into a downward facing dog. Walk it out if you need to. Again, you can press both heels down to the floor if you would prefer to do that, or just walk it out. Then I'm going to press down into a plank, staying really rounded and tucked. And I'm going to take that back and forth from downward dog into my plank, warming up the wrists and shoulders as I do so. Then take a leg up. I'm going to give it 8 pulses. Again, take as many or however many you need to do that here. We'll do one leg up. I'm also pressing strong through my shoulders while I do that. Switch legs, take the other one up. Pressing strong through the shoulders. Then drop your knees down. We're going to take it all the way down to the mat. Take your chest down, take it up into a cobra, and then round it all the way back. We'll do a few of these, and then we will reverse it. And reverse it. You're going to tug it forward and then slide it back. Keep that chest low as you do that. Then I'm going to pull my chest down. I'm going to get my butt above my knees in for a little puppy dog. Stretch out the chest and shoulders here. Then I'm going to pull all the way forward, take my arms out to the side, take a leg up and over, bend it back. Again, I'm doing these a little faster, so feel free to hang out if you need to, however, whatever pace you need to do. And then we're going to take it for abs. So switch to your butt, take it down. I'm coming down to your elbows. You can come all the way down flat if you would like to do so. Don't mind me adjusting my pants. And bicycle legs. Then reverse it. Pull legs up, scissor it out to the side. Then I'm going to open and pulse out to the side. So I'm thinking about really squeezing through my muscles instead of just bouncing them. And then I'm going to bring it up, take it into really small scissors. And then drop one leg at a time. Again, you do not have to take your leg all the way down if you want to keep these a little bit smaller. If your hip flexors are not happy with this, then you don't have to drop that leg down as far. Then we're going to take some clock legs. And then we're going to drop both legs down together and back up. And I'm going to scoop, make some space. I'm going to bring it up into a nice little split here. So these you can do however you want. I am pulling towards me and then I am pushing into my hands. So I'm kind of working my active flexibility and then taking it out to the side, bringing it back. Again, go at your own pace for these. Whatever you feel needs to be warmed up for your splits, then warm that up. I'm also going to take my leg bent and then circle that around in my hip flexor, kind of warm it up as well. Then I'm going to grab opposite arm to leg, pull that across for an extra little stretch there, and then back. Switch to other side, same thing. I'm pulling my leg towards me and then pushing into my hands with that leg. Think about really squeezing with your quad to help straighten the leg as well as to engage. Then I'm going to pull it out to the side and pull it back up to kind of warm things up. Then keep it bent, bring it in, take a few circles. And then I'm going to pull it across using my opposite arm. Then I'm going to do some quicker stretches here or with the split pull. So you're going to just switch, grab, switch, grab. You can do bent legs or you can do straight legs or alternate as I do. I'm going to pull it out to the side a little bit. This is very similar to the split that we'll be doing today, so I want to make sure that that feels nice and warm. Work on opening up that hip. And one side might feel like it needs more of a stretch than the other, so please do that if you need to. If something needs a bigger focus, then please feel free to pause the video at any point and really stretch those things out. And now we're going to end with bridges. So bring your feet down flat. We're going to do some pulses up to the ceiling. Really press your hips all the way up and drop all the way back down. Make sure that your feet are under your knees so that you're in a nice stable position for this. I'm then going to pop up onto my toes, again pressing all the way up. Then I'm going to take some pulses right at the top, so just small pulses towards the ceiling. And then I'm going to lower just my butt to the floor, keeping my back arched before pressing back up. So I'm keeping space between my back and the floor, arching and then pushing back up. And then once we're done with that, that is the end of warm up. So feel free to warm up anything else, or you can grab your knee pads, socks, covering, and we'll get started.
So first we're going to start with a little transition move. So we're going to go from bridge to belly, back to bridge. You can use this kind of like a crawl or across the floor. It's not really a crawl, but you can use it across the floor, or you can just do it in place, go back and forth. So I will show you that. So we start, so this is what it looks like. So I'll demo it real quick and then I'll talk through it. You'll start in a bridge, or you could start in your belly, but I'll start in a bridge. And back into a bridge. And back the way I came. Back in a bridge. Alright, so you can do this with the booty pop, or you can just do it straight up on the floor. Either way is fine. I'll teach you with the booty pop first, and then I'll show you if you would just like to roll out, you could do that too. So, we start in a bridge, nice and high. I'm going to come down. I'm going to be traveling towards the camera, so I'm going to roll towards the camera. So whatever leg is towards the camera, go, go. is the one that is going to thread. So I am pushing up into my bridge. Pull your legs a little bit closer, make sure that your feet are under your knees. I'm then going to slide that foot, kind of drop it so it can go through. Other hand is going to come around and it's going to come in front of my face in a chicken wing. All right, so opposite limbs are moving here. So I'm threading the same time that I'm bringing that hand over. And I'm going to think about pushing onto the top of my foot. So I'm pushing, I can kind of come onto my knee if I need it, roll through. I'm going to push this foot up onto the top of the foot as well, and I'm going to slide this arm out of the way. So slide, push onto that shoulder, booty pop. Slide it back down. Then to go back into a bridge, I'm going to tuck this arm. My opposite leg is going to bend. I'm going to push with that opposite hand. Push, slide that arm through, take it over, back to a bridge. I'll do it going back the other way so you can see what I'm doing. So leg in the direction that I'm going, threads. Opposite arm comes up, over towards my head, sneak it through, and down. Other hand tucks, that leg bends, that arm is going to push, and then slide over as you sneak that arm out back into a bridge. All right. So kind of take your time going in and out of that. It's a really good drill for abs and like core and basically everything. So really work through it slowly until you figure out where all your arms go. If you don't want to do the booty pop, you are just going to roll out. So you will come up, you will still tuck, but you're going to flatten that leg, and I'm kind of just going to keep my hips a little bit lower so I'm not actively pushing up. Hand comes over, roll, slide that arm through, so you're going to have to push with that chicken wing to slide it out. And then same way to get back into that bridge, tuck, push, up into a bridge. Going back the other way, slide, hand comes through, out to your belly, switch, switch, slide, push, and up. All right. Second move that we're going to work on is a pike swivel. So this is really important that your back is covered because you will be swiveling on your back. So make sure you're wearing a sweater, t-shirt, something like that. This one is really good for if you need to switch directions. If you are going to hit something, you can switch your butt over to the other side. Or, I mean, it just looks cool, so there's that. So, I'm going to face away from you so you can see what my hands are doing. This hand is going to come up. You can do either hand. Other hand is going to be by my butt. The top hand is going to be my pulling hand, so I'm actively trying to pull with this hand. This other hand is going to be my pushing hand, so I'm going to push my butt away from this hand towards this hand. When I am piking up, I need to lift my booty in the air in order to swivel. If your butt is on the ground, you are not going to go anywhere. So, pull, push, lift my butt, and swivel. So now my hands should be in the opposite place from where they were. I can go back the way I came. So pull with that top hand, push with that bottom hand, swivel. Or you can keep going in the same direction. You're just going to sweep your hands, lift, throw. So either way. Okay, so last trick that we're going to talk about are floor jades. So we're going to do a supported floor jade, or you can do a flat to the ground jade split. Either one is fine. I will go over both. So the first one will be supported. So we're going to do a little platter hand. And I'm going to be putting my weight on my palm, not my fingers. So important to know where you're placing it. So I will do it, and then we'll talk about it. So I'm going to go just from here. All right. So I'm going to be opening my crotch to the front and I'm leaning my weight into my hand. So I like to bring both of my hands up to stabilize me while I do the split, or while I'm going into it. So both hands come behind you to help kind of hold you while you figure out where you're going. From here, whatever direction I'm going, I'm going to lean that butt cheek into that hand. So lean, put my weight into it. Then other hand can come off, or you can just hold on while you extend. Front leg is going to open, back leg is going to extend back. Drop the crotch to the front. Push. Pull it back. And in. Alright, so this is a lot on my wrist, so please give yourself plenty of breaks on this. You don't need to hold it for a long time. Just kind of hold it, come out, make sure that your wrists still feel good and you're not feeling any intense pain. It is uncomfortable for me, but I can still kind of hold it and come out, but I'm not in pain. So if you feel pain, stop doing it. Okay. Second split is just the floor jade. So if your wrists really don't like the first one, that is okay. So this is what it looks like. Alright, so this one is still a fake split. And I'm still going to lift my butt before I open to my split. So I will lift. I'm going to grab opposite hand to leg. So grabbing my front leg with my back hand. Other hand is going to come kind of to my front to help stabilize me. Back leg is going to start to peel. I'm going to drop my butt first before I extend that leg. So my butt needs to be down, and then this leg can extend back. As that leg extends, I'm then going to drop it to the side. Boop. Yeah, so super, super big split. And you can even grab with the other hand if you would like. But either way, wherever you want to be. And then pull it back. Okay? So leg peels, then drop, then extend, then open. And pull back. So how do you put all those things together? Great question. So I will show you a little sequence and how you would transition from move to move. So I'm going to start with the bridge to belly to bridge little movement. From there, I would do a pike swivel. You do several of those in order to set up, and then I would end with that split. And you can add in whatever extra moves you would like at any point. That first move, the bridge to belly, is nice because you can get out of wherever to wherever and add in whatever you want there. So I will do it and I'll talk through it as I'm doing it, and then you are free to try it. Alright, so I'm going to start with my bridge. Bridge up, slide leg through, belly, drop. Slide, bridge, up, and down. Pull your legs up, swivel, and then I could do a jade split. You can also do it out of your swivel. So if I was swiveling, lift, swivel, before my butt drops, grab that leg, then drop it, then split. Okay, so you have the chance here to grab, grab, and open. All right, we'll do that one more time. Actually, I'll do the other side. So bridge, slide to your belly, drop down, bridge. You could do a little grind if you wanted to. Drop that booty down, lift, swivel, and jig. And then also if you on your back. You could add some legs if you wanted to. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining me. That was a lot of really intense stuff. If you have any questions, feel free to message me. And again, please add in your own flair to this. The Jade Split is a very classic trick. And if you are frustrated by it not being flat, don't worry, it's not supposed to be flat. It's an illusion split. So work on really kind of opening your hips, and also fake that angle. So dropping your crotch to the side rather than thinking about very square. So again, feel free to record, send me your video if you're like something looks weird, or if you just want to show me what you did. I'm always excited to see your videos, so feel free to do that, and hope to see you soon. Thanks guys, have a good one.